I was going to stop in the shop and buy one of those Halloween masks, like the cheap ones the kids wear. But my head's too big to put in them, so you ain't getting a spooky Halloween welcome to the vlog sort of intro thing. You're just getting the normal one. Roll that intro. Just after I filmed the intro, this happened. Ian? Well done.
Yeah boy, have a bang.
This time of year they're going to be jumpy.
What do you mean? Come on. There you go, boy. Sweet.
And he would have to have caught himself in the landing net.
Wouldn't you know?
Right. In fact, he's unhooked himself.
I'll see him it.
Happy days. Let's just get this unhooking on the net. Do you want to hold the net there for a second? Just hold the net. I'll get this. Let go of that one just a wee second. Get him. Oh sure, we'll walk him to the unhooking mat. Sometimes I hate fishing on these fucking floating jetties. If they were windy as hell, you just get seasick.
C60.
A bit of damage.
I see that, alright.
Bit of a growth or something. No, it's had a gill raker torn out.
Oh, look at that.
It's had a couple of them. That's old damage.
Yeah. Right, fat.
Oh, it's healthy enough. Healthy enough. Healthy enough.
Yeah. No problem.
And it's actually
I see the nose, yeah.
it's a pug. Well done. I haven't seen a pug nosed.
Yeah.
I'll take some photographs of you. Hold it if you want. Oh, you want to pull this forward a bit, that way we're not going to fall in.
Oh, that'll be good.
That'll be good for the vlog, but not so good for...
Not so good for morale.
Result.
Yeah, geez, that's not bad. I'd say 5 or 6 pounds.
Aye, it's healthy enough, but it's still feeding even though it's got gill damage.
Let's slip back in.
There it goes.
Bingo.
That's healthy enough, well done. It's not a blank. Mr. H has a fish. That was a pug, which was nice. First ever pug fish that I've seen from this part of the Erne. It wasn't a very big fish, but it's still a fish. I'm going to pop up a bait now, doing it a little bit different. I'm going to use my dynamite baits. These are actually for catfish, to pop up like a halibut pellet. They've been soaking in salmon oil for a little bit of time, so they're a bit whiffy. But I'll show you how I put them on. because we're fishing a weedy bay, I'm using a long lead link and a normal running ledger. You've seen me fish this way 1,000 times before. It's my standard ledger rig for fishing. Here we have Mr. Salmon Power. These I get from Neville Fickling's loose baits. These are farmed fish. They're basically the fish that end up going into the salmon nets, like out in the sea for you to buy farmed salmon. So they are not wild. Before I get anyone losing their mind saying he's fucking killing Salmon Power. You use your baiting needle to go through the fish out its mouth. This baiting needle has a little latch, and all you're going to do is fold the wire, close the latch, like that. Then you just pull it through the fish, take away your baiting needle, and then you just wrap the wire around the treble. Just to kind of tuck it in, like so. And now you have a popped up trout or Salmon Power. Now, because these have been soaking in oil, they're not going to be super buoyant, which means it won't be kind of all high off the bottom. Instead of it lying flat on the bottom, it'll lie like that. It's also going to get something new to try. Somebody sent me this. It is from NutriBits. The carp guys use it. It's like a gel. So I'm going to give it a go. It's very, very thick. So it's like a batter. You know, very, very thick. So we're just going to give it a bit of a squirt in here. A bit of a squirt in the mouth. It definitely smells of salmon. There's no denying that. Not using a lot. Now we're going to cast this out. Hopefully that will bag us some fish. Because this venue still has a lot of weed, my advice for fishing in weed is when you cast out and feel your bait in the bottom, don't wind down too tight that you're dragging, because if you're dragging the bait you're going to pull it into the weed and it just makes the fish. There's still, yes, pike live in the weed. Yes, pike will eat fish that are in the weed. But it's got a better chance of being seen and being ate if it's standing outside of the weed than it does if it's deep in the weed. That's just what I think. There's a little bit of a bow in that line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it down. I like to have the line coming from the rod to be very tight, so when the fish picks up the bait, there's no wiggle room. The fish picks up the bait and the drop arms, immediately feeling the fish touching it. So let me sort that out and I'll come back to you.
A few moments later.
I'm going to show you a little clip now from a guy called Pete Foster. It's his Advanced Predator Products new drop arm. The drop arms I have are from Pete. He makes awesome drop arms. I mean, last year we did like a bit of an offer where if you used my code he would send them out to you free postage and packaging. At the minute Pete's having a bit of an issue getting stuff delivered from his suppliers. There's a global problem with getting deliveries made. I mean, it's all over the world. Before anyone says to me, that's what you get for voting Brexit. If it's happening in America, if it's happening in Africa, if it's happening in most of Europe, then it's not Brexit, regardless of what our media tells you. But the drop arms that Pete's designing at the minute will connect directly to your bank sticks. When you set your rod on them, they will, the drop arm's armed. Obviously when the line gets pulled out, the drop arm falls. It makes a beeping sound. It's a very, very nice, compact, very sexy idea. And I'm looking forward to getting a set of them myself when Pete eventually has them ready for production. But I'm going to include his links to his old Facebook page and everything, so go and give Pete some love. Don't tell him I sent you, because I think he's about ready to fucking punch me if I send him any more people asking him for stuff.
"20 minutes later."
Review time. Review. I ordered some new cooking stuff. This is the tracker stuff. It comes with a pot and a frying pan. You have to buy the lids separately, but the lids of glass, which is, I'm amazed by the level of quality that we're getting these days for basically for fishing, So good thick pot. And metal, good steel bottom, so it should hold heat a bit better. And a man-sized frying pan. I'm going to hold it up beside my head. See? The other thing that I quite like is the handle kind of comes off. So you can put it all into the pot and put it... I just need to get a bag or something to put it all in. But it's got that nice marbled finish, so hopefully that means that it's not going to get all smashed up. I hope. We'll soon find out. But we're going to do some cooking. We'll have something nice to eat today. So let's get stuck into cooking with Scobes. Today we have Guinness burgers. Premium Guinness beef burgers. They're by a brand called Kettle. If you see these on the shelf, they're pretty good. Pick them up, really good. So we've got that. As usual, we've got the brioche buns, because there's no point fucking around. Eat a brioche bun. You need cheese for a cheeseburger, and you also need bacon for a cheeseburger. So the good thing about this new pan is hopefully I'll be able to fit all 4 burgers in the pan at the same time. So let's get the bacon done, and then we'll look about getting the burgers on the go. going to use a little bit of oil. Not a lot of oil, just a little bit of oil. I'm coming to the end of my supply of bran rice oil. This shit apparently is good for you, but the reason I picked it up in all honesty was it was on like special offer. It was like 69 pence or something for this huge jar, and I forgot the normal bog standard cooking oil shit that I normally bring. So we have this. Let's move the brew out of the way, find my lighter, charge up the incinerator, the Coleman stove. My stove has already taken the hair off my hand today. That's like a free of charge service. I have a bunny spider trying to fly across. With the Coleman stoves, you have to be careful with them. They can be a bit hot. Can be a bit warm, so stay. I can see it's going to have to be held, this pan, because it's going to be a bit tippy, but we will get there. Today's mission is not to drop the bacon. Last week we were thankful that I had reflexes and was fit to catch the bacon as it sailed to the fucking ground. Only the one fish so far yet. Hopefully there will be more. Hey, thankfully that fell in the cooking bag. I'm already liking this pan because it can fit all the bacon in. That in itself's a winner. I am not fishing by myself as normal. I have an assistant who is awesome with the cleaning for some reason.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Have to do the test. The tongs are working. They are operational. Oh. Let's get this cooked and I'll show you what I'm doing with the burgers. These burgers are good. Come in a shrink wrap packet. That means that they're kept kind of fresh. Okay, they are very shrink wrapped. Lovely, nice thick burger patty. We're going to see if we can get all four of them in the pan together. just like being back at the farm for them. They get to hang out with their mates, Miss Piggy, and well, Miss Piggy really. Okay. This pan is awesome. It is holding all four of them. I would do a close-up, but I don't want you at home sitting there mouth watering like hell going, I hate this channel, this bastard just makes me hungry. He doesn't catch fish, he just makes me hungry. So far it's a win for the new cooking utensils. Yes, all these are is Irish beef, salt, a little bit of pepper and some Guinness. Because Guinness, let's be honest, it makes most things taste better. You hungry yet? What about now? What about now? You hungry yet? Guinness burgers. These are the winner.
One eternity later.
So with that, we've drank. One of us has caught a fish. It's not been me. And now it's time for another cup of coffee. It's been okay, it's been good. It's weird how warm it is, how mild it is. You know, even like putting your hand in the water's still relatively warm. Bearing in mind it's now the end of October, start of November. Normally you'd be thinking that we'd be starting to see frost in the ground. I'm going to show you a little clip that I took on the mobile there of the bay that we're fishing in. It is just alive with fry. Brilliant this time of year. But the sad thing for the little fry that's this sort of size is that when it does freeze up, they tend to be casualties fairly quickly because they don't have enough body fat to sustain them. But the fish that we had this morning, it was fat, it was healthy. You know, it was well conditioned except for some little gill damage. You know, it was obviously feeding well. I was going to dress up and do some weird Halloween stuff, but I couldn't be bothered. Yesterday my plan was to rip out hardwood floor in the house, which was awesome, ripping out hardwood floor, and then rip out carpet in the room. That was awesome.
Thanks, Willie. Thank you very much.
Whoever was installing the skirting boards in my house back in '87 when it was built, they must have never had a nail gun or something in their hand, because every 10 centimeters there was like a couple inch long steel nail. So the skirting boards, when you touched them with a crowbar, they just disintegrated into splinters everywhere. And then you have the joy of trying to remove 40-year-old steel nails that's in brickwork. So when you go to put the claw hammer on them to pull them off, the heads just pop off, which is awesome when they ricochet around you. Just what you need to catch them in your face. So that's all that's done. Not that I needed to do brownie points for Mrs. Scobie to get before I get out fishing, but it helps. It's like the old saying, happy wife, happy life, I guess. But it's all good. We were here for the sun coming up, and we'll be here for the sun going back down again. And one fish. So far. Touch wood that there might be more fish, but we'll find out. At least you know how mild the place is, because every now and then there's like a horde of wasps flying around over behind me. So it's still crazy mild. You've all been watching the news about these Looney Tunes that go into the middle of the M25 and decide to sit on the road. Personally, I'm asking questions why the police aren't policing these people the same way they would police football crowds. You know, if it was football fans doing something stupid like that, the police would be on horses with riot gear and beating the shit out of them. I'm wondering why they're not beating the shit out of these hippies. Fun times. A good thing it is about Halloween. The great thing is seeing the different Halloween costumes. This year's winner goes out to one of my friends. Now, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to name him. He knows who he is. Him and his wife done a cracking, absolutely cracking Halloween costume. He's a below the knee amputee. He was in the military with me. He lost both legs in Iraq. So he was thinking, you know, this was back in 2004. So he's been dealing with it for a long time. You know, he got married, got a couple of kids, everything's good. His fancy dress costume last night was Oscar Pistorius, and his wife went as the bird that Oscar Pistorius murdered in the bathroom. So I'm assuming that they won first place prize, because that's a fucking awesome fancy dress costume pairing. You know, she went as kind of like a decomposing blonde with wearing a nightie with fake bullet holes, and he went as, well, Oscar Pistorius with, he even had the BB gun and everything, pretending he was the real deal. I'm sure somebody's watching this and they're probably horrified, going, this is terrible. How could you take the piss out of these people? It is what it is. I laughed. I'm sure he laughed. I'm sure he fucking pissed himself laughing, walking around as Oscar Pistorius, going bang bang into the fucking... What's that, a burglar locked in my bathroom and only me and my woman here? Bang bang bang, fuck it.
You're dead.
It's me, bang! Just had to make sure.
Just then.
Right. My big mackerel tail bleep there. Just sit and watch the rod tip a second, see if it bounces.
When I run over there, you have to stop running, but you can watch the line move back and forward.
Aye. Just don't know. This is how you know you're in a healthy place, when you see the fish on the surface. I'm not sure if this phone's picking them up. But this is all little fry on the surface. All about 1 inch to 2 inches. And they're just going daft underneath the rods. The whole bay is like this. It is alive with fry. Beautiful to see. Absolutely stunning to see.
Meanwhile.
Fuck me. I'm out. At this point, I'm going to chuck myself into the fucking lock.
More moments later.
Well, I didn't catch anything. The Halloween monsters got me. I caught fuck all, pardon my language. At least we've seen a pike. That was good. But it wasn't all bad. Had some awesome food. I hope you enjoyed that. Because I fucking enjoyed it. On to the next adventure. I'll see you all later. Oh, don't forget. Like, share, subscribe and do all that YouTube bollocks. It helps me out.